I'm going to quickly cut across to our panelists who are joining us. We have someone from the NCP itself, a spokesperson of the NCP, Clyde Crasto, to join us, give us some clarity on what the NCP Supremo Sharad Pawar's plans are. Dr. Raju Agmare, who's a spokesperson of Maharashtra Congress Unit, who's raised questions on the credibility of Sharad Pawar at the moment because he seems as a strong anti-BJP voice. But in the last few weeks, we've seen Sharad Pawar warming up to the Prime Minister himself, Narendra Modi, on a stage. Multiple occasions where he's shared stage also with Devendra Fadnavis, the deputy of Maharashtra. Let me start with you, Clyde. Give us your sense of what Sharad Pawar's next move is. There's a lot of questions. Even if he has slammed the speculation that he's not going to be joining the BJP, he wants to be fighting the BJP 24. He's really entertaining these closed-door meetings, multiple rounds, with his nephew, who's now broken ties with him, and without his consent. Sharad Pawar says, I have not given consent or blessings. Without his blessings, has joined the BJP, but yet Pawar seems okay with it.
I'll tell you, Nabila, this whole talk about, an uncle and a nephew meeting in the closed door or whatever you talk about it. Let me tell you, there are going to be many occasions in the future that they're going to meet again. Because see, like he said, he's the oldest member of the family. And he has an uncle, he has a nephew. If somebody wants to meet him, they can come and meet him. And in the future, there's going to be Raksha Bandhan now, there's going to be Dasera, there's going to be Diwali, there's going to be Bhai Dooj. These are all things that the Pawar family get together. So you're going to be seeing them together. So it does not mean that all those meetings will have political connotations or political relevance. So the point here is, Mr. Pawar, and I'm very happy that you actually heard the press conference today. He has made everything right there clear that his next move is that he's going to have a long, kind of rallies that going on around Maharashtra. Tomorrow he's in Bid. He's spoken about the Prime Minister's speech yesterday on the Independence Day. So he's not mincing his word. He's been very clear about fighting the BJP. He said he's along with the Mahavikas Aghadi and the India alliance that is formed to fight the BJP. He's going to go together with them and take every step possible to defeat BJP in all the forthcoming elections.
Right.
So I think, I understand, I'll just clarify one more thing. I understand the leaders from the Congress or the Shiv Sena had questions in their mind. They had some confusion. Fair enough, they had the valid point to be, having doubts in their mind. But I think after 3 press conferences...
It's more than fair, Clyde, for the only reason because Sharad Pawar seemed to be the main man to bring together the Mahavikas Alliance partners. He was, in fact, Sharad Pawar was the one who brought in the Congress and the Shiv Sena of the Uddhav Thackeray camp together to form an alliance. But now it seems like that itself is on shaky grounds. Even if you say that this is a family meeting, it's hard to believe because NCP is a party of family members.
See,
so not having a meeting without discussing politics is really hard to believe.
So what is
4 hours that meeting was held?
Like you saying that, no, so let me tell you one thing. I cannot change your perspective. I cannot change your mind. If you think of a certain point, fair enough. But I'm here to say what I have to say. Point here is they have met. You cannot hide that. What they've spoken, fair enough. But what is the reality? The reality is Mr. Pawar has made it very clear that he's going to fight the BJP. That's the reality. And he also went on to say, let me say this clearly, he also went on to say, all the leaders who had doubts in their minds and they spoke like say Mr. Nana Patole or Sanjay Raut ji, he has spoken to them. He has spoken to them today and yesterday and he's cleared the air. So if somebody does not believe it, I'm not going to go out.
Is it true that NCP's Jayant Patil is looking to make his way into the BJP? Is it true that is there any truth to that speculation? We hear that there was a...
Well, are you going to believe? Are you going to believe if I tell you anything? So the point is, it's up to you to believe it or not. From what I know, Mr. Jayant Patil has made it clear himself that he's not going anywhere. So all these rumors going around, speculation, but the fact is, even if I clarify, it's up to you to believe it or not. If you don't believe it, I'm not going to push you to say, no, believe it. Because
of course, it's not for me to believe. It's what the truth is in your, I mean, I have to take it. I have to take your word for it. I have no choice. But for the moment, what we know is that there's been a notice that's been sent by the central agencies. ED has investigated Jayant Patil's brother. We believe that Jayant Patil was also in that meeting with Ajit Pawar and Sharad Pawar. So So do you see this
Yes.
this coming as a pressure tactic? Maybe that exactly was what was discussed in that meeting. Is there any truth to that? That there could be ED pressure?
See, I was not the fly on the wall there, and I don't know who the fly on the wall was there bringing out all this kind of what was dialogue there in the closed room. But the fact is, there is ED pressure on a lot of people. You can see it across the country. A lot of people have, complained that there is ED pressure on them, forced to join the BJP. BJP, I mean, it's out there in the open. The central agencies are being used. But what you are saying, I mean, I cannot attribute it to that. But if there is an ED pressure, I don't see even Mr. Jayant Patil succumbing to that pressure.
All right. Well, Clyde, we heard you. Let me quickly cut across to Dr. Raju Agmare, who's been, of course, as a Congress spokesperson. Raju, we heard Ashok Chavan speak earlier today that it's embarrassing that the NCP Supremo Sharad Pawar, who's really one of the main allies of the India bloc, has been showing this kind of bonhomie with his nephew at a time when the nephew has joined the BJP. Ashok Chavan has made it quite clear, asking for Sharad Pawar to give some clarity on whose side is he really on. So that begs us to ask you one question. Is everything okay in the India alliance?
As far as till now we are speaking with each other, I think everything is okay with India alliance and everything is okay with Mahavikas Agadi also. Mr. Honorable Sharad Pawar ji gave the clarification on today's press conference also that he is ready to fight with BJP. And whoever is ready to fight with BJP and they are with us, we don't have any problem. But the incidents are happen in this place in Maharashtra with Mr. Sharad Pawar and Mr. Ajit Pawar's meeting. So the whole country and the social media has a different speculation. I think that the NCP leaders would have avoided this kind of meetings, though it is a family matter in this kind of situation in country. I guess that will clear the air very clearly with the country as well as in Maharashtra. Because in this situation, if this kind of meetings has been happening, then definitely the people of this country and the Maharashtra will have a second thoughts in their mind, as well as the allied people. But we believe what Mr. Sharad Pawar has said today, and we honor his word. And Mahavikas Agadi, everything is okay. And if anything is there, will be the difference. The Congress High Command will take that decision.
You know, Dr. Raju, so you believe that there's been some kind of confusion, friction, lack of trust towards the NCP coming from the Congress? Do you believe that this is trickling down to your Karakartas, the mood on the ground ahead of the elections?
See, if you look into the social media, if you look into I'm not talking about the mainstream media, because mainstream media take different kind of views all the time. But the social media, the people of this country and the Maharashtra was having a very different reaction on this. And the people was having a doubts, as well as some NCP karyakartas I met who are with Mr. Sharad Pawar. They was having also a little bit confusion over what is happening. So,
all right. So you're admitting that there is wide-scale confusion, and you also have the India Alliance meeting that's now going to be happening in Mumbai next. September 1st is the date given where all the alliance partners will be coming together. So ahead of this kind of this confusion is really going to set things. I'm sure at this point, many of the alliance partners are still wondering if at all Sharad Pawar has been given a cabinet berth. And that's precisely the speculation that's now resulted in this conversation. Do you believe, according to you, Mr. Raju, that Sharad Pawar has no plans of joining the BJP? Because he said his well-wishers have advised him to do so, but he's refrained from it.
No, we don't think so that Mr. Pawar will join the berth of cabinet in Modi's government, because he himself is giving a statement last 3 press conference since this incident has been happened, that he said that he wanted to fight against BJP. But some sources are giving some different information to some different leaders in our party. So maybe their source is totally different. But we believe now, and we have to believe and honor the leader's statement that he said that, and I think
Right.
Mahavikas
Is there an
Aghadi is
appeal you
okay
want to
with
make?
that.
Dr. Raju, is there an appeal you want to make to Sharad Pawar?
No, see, I am very a small guy. I am a very small karyakarta in Congress
You are the
party that
spokesperson of the Congress.
I know, but still Mr. Pawar's stature is very high. But I can say as a political party's situation uh, that what I said, that this kind of situation of meetings and some kind of creating some confusion, we have to avoid. Have to move forward with very clear
All
path,
right.
because that clear path will give us the strength
Sure enough.
and the
But a quick
clear.
question to Clyde. Finally, Clyde, you said there's Raksha Bandhan, there's Diwali, there's multiple occasions in the future where you'll see the family members together. But this is not going to be the best stage set then for 2024. Sharad Pawar was really the mastermind in stitching the alliance in Maharashtra. It was the same concept adopted for the India alliance partners as well. So the actual man behind it is now slightly wobbly. Do you feel that this is going to set the right example for your grassroots?
Let me tell you very clearly. If you heard his press conference, for some reason, if you were busy and you could not hear his press conference today, I think you should go back to the telly and watch his press conference. He has very clearly said, there is no question of being on wobbly ground or anything of that sort. He's very clear in his mind. He's very strong-headed, and he has made it very clear that he is going to fight the BJP along with the India alliance in the country and along with the Mahavikas Aghadi in Maharashtra, the Congress, the NCP led by Mr. Sharad Pawar, the Shiv Sena led by Mr. Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray, all three of them together. And like Dr. Raju Wagmare said, see, Dr. Raju Wagmare is a very nice man and he's a friend of mine. And I want to assure him also that he doesn't have to be worried anything, and I know.
All right,
I know
we've heard you. Both of you are on the same side of the table. So clearly, I'm not going to expect you to be arguing with one another, at least on national television. But thank you very much. Heard you, Dr. Raju and Clyde. Thank you for joining us.